here's a video. I talk about, I was a pretty good investigator. Well, I made a lot of mistakes, and I ruined some cases, and I messed up sometimes. Here's a story where I messed up, but I made it right. I had to go put a GPS unit under a car, and I'll make a video about GPS units and how complicated they are and how scary they are. And it's probably the scariest part of the job. So I had multiple units, and I go to put a GPS unit underneath the car. The case was about an hour drive, so I'm going out 2 or 3 in the morning to put the GPS unit under the car. You charge them up. The batteries can last 30 days, something like, depending on how strong the signal is with the satellite. So, hey, doing my thing. I go, the GPS unit, I drive the hour, and I go and I turn it on to put underneath the car, and the battery's low. The battery has like 10%. I'm like, oh no. So I look for the other GPS unit. I forgot it at my house. It's an hour drive. Wow. So I was on the clock, and complete waste. So that's 2 hours and 30 minutes. That right there, and that's the client's money wasted. So I call, and unfortunately you have to make phone calls to your boss. And you have to be prepared to get, chewed out and yelled at. You have to be prepared for it. So I was like, no. This was about, I'd still say early on in my first year, I'd say. Now I did make mistakes in my last year too, but I was like, crap. So sure enough, I head back home. I called the next day and say, listen, I told them what happened. Oh man, how could you do that? I said, I'm gonna make it right. I said, what I'm gonna do is tonight I'm gonna go put it on the car, and that's on me. What do you mean? I said, hey, that's on me. That's my fault. I forgot the other unit at my house. I said, I'm not gonna charge a client if it's on my dime. This is on me. The gas mileage, me driving, the hour there, hour back, don't worry about it. This is that's on me. He said, that's the right thing to do. He didn't say it right then and there. He's like, oh, okay. But 2 days later, I got the unit on the car, and he had said to me, he goes, that was the right thing to do. He goes, I wasn't going to tell you to do that. If you hadn't done that, I wouldn't have made it, but that was the right thing to do. That was the right thing. That was the right thing to do. And I said, and he agreed with it. He appreciated it, and I was like, yeah, that was a good thing. And I agreed. I agreed with that. That was the right move to make on that one. But hold on one second. Hello? Yeah, don't worry. I will. Yep. I'm on 15 now. I know. All right. Bye-bye. Will do. Bye-bye. I'm on my way to work. That was the deputy chief calling me, making sure I'm going to be on time. I said, yep, don't worry, I will be. Another big case. Well, I'm making a video about cases that, times I messed up, not necessarily cases I messed up. Here you go. I'll make this, me losing a vehicle. So, I was doing surveillance. No. You know what? I'll here's a real one. Here's a really good one. I fell asleep. It happens. Fall asleep. You're working cases, and doing surveillance at night. And hey, this was before we had the unit on a car. I was doing a surveillance watching the house, and I dozed off. I woke up, the car was gone. No! Lost the car. I literally lost the car. I said, no! Well, luckily, the car came back within 15 minutes. Looked like he went to the store. He had a Wawa bag, which means he went to go get gas. But, hey, that was on me. That was on me. Another time, I kind of messed up where, putting GPS unit underneath cars. Now, those GPS units are expensive now. So, if you don't get a good clink, the metal, if you don't get a good clink, and that falls off, that's on you. That is on you. And there were a couple times the GPS unit fell off, and wasn't good. Wasn't good. They're expensive, man. They're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And I got ringed out, and I got torn apart for that. But hey, live and learn. You live and learn. I'll make this in multiple parts because I'll think of some other ones. This is part 1 of times I messed up, but I'll make a part 2, 2, 3, and 4. But yeah, I mean, everyone messes up. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. And hey, those are some of the ones I made.